MLB home plate with Torii Hunter, and Torii got the All-Star game approaching, and All-Star games are known for home runs. Reggie Jackson, Gary Carter, Freddie Lynn, but you, man, the catch a few years ago with Barry Bonds. What do you remember about that?
Oh, man, it was a lot of fun. I mean, Barry Bonds is one of the best hitters in the game, if not the best hitter in the game. And I had a chance to take a home run from him in the All-Star game, and he was pretty upset about that, but he had a little fun with it. And I was running in after I caught the ball. He picked me up, put me on his shoulder. That's something I'll never forget. I was only 24 years old, 25 years old at the time, and that's an experience I'll never forget. It wasn't my best catch, but it's just the moment, the hype.
When it first came off the bat, did you think you had any chance at it?
No, because it was so high. He hit it so high. You think in that park, in Miller Park, that place flies. The ball flies out of there. And he hit it so high, it was coming down. I was like, man, I see that I got a chance at it. So I kind of timed it just right and jumped up and just, gave it my all. Gave it a little stretch and caught the ball. And Ichiro, he said some things that I didn't think he could say. I didn't know he spoke English like that, but on the bad side, it was pretty impressive, though.
Talk about being a 24-year-old kid around all those All-Stars like that.
Oh, man, it was fun, actually, and just been around, A-Rod. I played with A-Rod when we were 16 in a Junior Olympics, so I knew A-Rod and Jeter, but, just been around like Sammy Sosa, watching those guys in the home run derby, Vladimir and Jason Giambi and Paul Konerko, just watching these guys, hit and have fun and just, swinging and batting practice, swinging for the fence. It was pretty exciting to watch.
Talk about being this great center fielder, the stories of Joe DiMaggio. I hear stories that he used to be running before the ball was hit. How do you approach, being such a great center fielder? Are you the same way?
Well, I kind of run in my head. I'm running in my head. If I know a guy that's, 80% of the chance he's going to right field, then I kind of cheat with my mind, and I know he's going to my left side, so I kind of cheat. And when he swings, I'm right there, mentally. And if it's a guy that's hitting home runs, always hitting them to right field, then I know where to play. I know where to go most of the time. So I'm kind of cheating. I'm kind of on my left side, I'm like 80%. On my right side, I'm 20%. So I'm always aware if he goes the other way, and I'll be able to get that ball too. But actually, I cheat with my mind and not with my feet.
And Torii, talk about taking pride in being such a great fielder. So many guys are like taking pride in being such great hitters, but taking pride in a great fielder, that's something special, huh?
It is special, man. I mean, when you're at the plate, in baseball, you're going to fail. 3 out of 10, you're a hero. That's a failing grade or failing, you're going to get fired at your job and everything. I mean, it's going to fluctuate and it's going to go up and down, but defense, it can't go anywhere. I take pride in that. If I make a mistake on defense, I can't sleep at night. I'm tossing and turning all night thinking about that one play, but defense is something I really pride myself on. I take it hard when I don't make a play, and all my coaches they know that.
What's worse, striking out with the bases loaded or making an error in the outfield, costing you some run?
Oh, no doubt making an error in the outfield. Baseball, you're going to strike out. I struck out with bases loaded before, but ain't too many times you're going to see an error out there in the outfield. So that's something I really take pride in. It'll crush me.
Torii, of course, it's your contract year. Terry Ryan said he wants to make you a Twin. What are your thoughts on being a Twin or testing free agency at the end of the season?
You know what? Being with the Minnesota Twins for 14 years, this is my 15th season in that organization, and I just know everybody. I'm comfortable there. It's like being at home. It's like now I'm going to be free to leave the house. So it's going to be tough, man, being a free agent at the end of the season. If I'm a free agent, and hopefully we can get something done. But if not, I know the business side of baseball. And I'm kind of happy because I still get to play the game of baseball. It doesn't matter what team you play for. As long as I get to compete and play this game of baseball for a couple more years, I'll be happy.
Who was your favorite play growing up?
My favorite player growing up was Andre Dawson. I hit like Andre Dawson. I had a nice little curl like Andre Dawson, and I tried to hit balls hard like Andre Dawson. So Andre Dawson was definitely my favorite player.
What was your favorite team growing up?
My favorite team was the Atlanta Braves. I watched the Atlanta Braves on TBS. Being from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, we didn't have any professional teams there to watch. So we watched TBS, WGN, the Cubs, or we watched St. Louis Cardinals. But just watching Dale Murphy and Terry Pendleton and, all those guys with the Braves and being on TBS, I watch those guys all the time.
Now, the man standing to your left in right field, Michael Kadire, actually admitted his favorite group was Milli Vanilli. Who was your favorite group growing up?
Oh, man, you got me with that one. I'll have to say New Edition. New Edition is my favorite group growing up, and I love that group, man. There was nothing like that, man.
What was your favorite song from them?
Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. Time I dial my baby's number, I hear it click every time. That's it right there.
Who was the biggest influence on your life?
My biggest influence is my older brother, man. He kept me out of a lot of trouble. I mean, he was always, on point. He was ready to do whatever he set his mind out to do. He did it, and he wanted to be a trainer and wanted to be a bodybuilder. He went out and did it, and that's something that inspired me. And he was always, keeping me out of trouble. He was like my dad too.
At what point in your life did you think that you could actually be a major league player?
For me to actually think I was going to be a major league player, probably when I got to the major leagues. When I got to the major leagues and I got a little time in and just settled in, that's when I told myself, man, I can be a major league player. My first year, second year, I was trying to find my way and trying to find out how to hit and find my way of, the different teams and different pitchers, trying to figure those guys out. But once I got established and figured those guys out, that's when I said, now I'm a major league player. Once I got there and felt comfortable in the big leagues.
What's it like to go to All-Star games and be at the park and see guys like Reggie Jackson, Mike Schmidt, and stuff like that? Guys that had, incredible postseasons, George Brett and stuff like that.
Oh, man, it coming to the park, just, seeing those guys, man, you look at, winners. You look at Paul Mahler, who has 3,000 hits, somebody I played with, and he was my coach. And look at, Mike Smith coming to the ballpark, George Brett talking to him in Kansas City, Reggie Jackson talking to him in New York. I mean, just you look at those guys, you look at, guys that were successful and they're winners, and most of them, some of them have rings, most of them have rings, and because they help their team to get to that point, and those are MVPs, and so I look at those guys, I look at greatness.